Hi everyone, my name is Abby McCoy and I'm going to be doing my empirical article presentation on Chapter 4, Kinesics, Engaging Motion and Gestures. And the article that I chose and feel relates closely to this topic is The Role of Kinesics in Communication by Sneha Roy. And this article was originally published in December of 2024, so it is a very recent article. Kinesics, or body language, plays a crucial role in communication by reinforcing or challenging spoken words through gestures, facial expressions, and posture. This study examines how nonverbal cues influence understanding, trust, and engagement in conversations. Specifically, it explores whether body language aligns with verbal communication or contradicts it, and how this impacts the listener's perception of sincerity and meaning. Using structured observations and surveys conducted both online and in person, the research highlights that consistent nonverbal signals enhance clarity and trust, while conflicting cues can create confusion, particularly in virtual or high-stakes interactions. By investigating the relationship between spoken and unspoken communication, this study sheds light on the cultural and contextual factors that shape effective communication strategies in both personal and professional settings. So this study is driven by the central research question: to what extent does kinesics complement or contradict verbal communication, and how does this influence the audience's perception and comprehension of the speaker's intentions? Building upon this inquiry, the study explores the relationship between body language and spoken words, analyzing how congruent and incongruent kinesic cues shape listeners' interpretation. The research also considers supplementary questions related to cultural variations in kinesics, the role of nonverbal communication in leadership, and the challenges of interpreting body language in virtual settings. Given the research gap in systematically understanding how kinesics enhances or disrupts verbal messages, the following hypotheses are proposed. The first one is when kinesic cues align with verbal communication, the speaker is perceived as more trustworthy and their message is clearer. The second one, when kinesic cues contradict verbal communication, the audience experiences confusion, leading to a decrease in message credibility. The third one, the interpretation of kinesic cues is influenced by cultural differences affecting cross-cultural communication. And the fourth one, in virtual communication, the absence or misinterpretation of kinesic cues weakens audience engagement and understanding. And by addressing these questions and hypotheses, this research aims to provide deeper insights into how body language functions as a critical component of effective communication. So now moving on to the methodology, this study utilized both observational analysis and survey-based research to examine the role of kinesics in communication. Observers analyzed live and recorded communication episodes across various settings, including interviews, public speeches, and interpersonal conversations, focusing on instances where body language either reinforced or contradicted verbal messages. Key kinesic cues such as gestures, facial expressions, posture, and eye contact were systematically categorized. In addition to observations, structured questionnaires were distributed both online and offline to participants from diverse academic backgrounds, including social sciences and computer science. Participants were presented with scenarios involving congruent and incongruent kinesic cues alongside verbal messages and were asked to evaluate the speaker's intent, trustworthiness, and message clarity. Statistical analysis was conducted using SPSS and R, employing descriptive statistics and correlation analyses to identify patterns in how listeners interpret congruent versus incongruent kinesics. By integrating qualitative observations with quantitative survey data, the study provided a comprehensive understanding of how body language influences communication effectiveness, aligning findings with existing communication theories. So the study's findings highlight the significant impact of kinesics on communication, demonstrating that body language can either enhance or undermine verbal messages. The research revealed that maintaining a relaxed posture fosters a sense of openness and trust, making interactions more comfortable and engaging. Participants perceived speakers with open and engaged body language as more credible and approachable, reinforcing the importance of nonverbal cues in shaping interpersonal connections. Interestingly, the findings challenge traditional assumptions about professionalism. While open gestures and eye contact were found to encourage collaboration in workplace settings, some participants associated minimal body movement with professionalism, revealing a divergence in perceptions of nonverbal communication in professional environments. Additionally, the study uncovered mixed attitudes toward mirroring body language. While some saw it as a means to build connection, others viewed it as potentially insincere. Overall, these findings emphasize the vital role of kinesics in shaping communication dynamics. Awareness of body language can improve both personal and professional interactions, making communication more effective. Future research could explore cultural differences in kinesics, the relationship between body language and emotional intelligence, and the evolving role of nonverbal cues in digital communication. But that is it for my presentation today. Thank you all for listening, and I hope that you enjoyed.